My name's Alyssa. Get this microphone on. And I'm going to be reading 2 poems and then just the beginning of my fiction piece. This first poem is called Wardrobe Neuroses. 1. Over peach cobbler and scoops of Dreyer's vanilla, they curl into each other. He pecks her cheek, she pats his khaki knee, and I watch, smirking. 2. At 3.5 weeks, he proposed. While trying on suits, they ask her his height, weight, phone number. She stares back, blank. 3. It was 6 months before our first fight, 18 before I learned his wardrobe neuroses. Hanger hooks all pointing left, jackets there, long sleeves, short. 4. In the big wedding book, I write, good luck. This second poem is called My Brother Runs Away. On a smoky January morning, my brother boards a Greyhound bound for Fresno. He presses nose to glass as the engine rumbles, lurches. The wide bus winds past panhandlers, brisk businessmen with hair gel heads, past billboard bargains, dollar sign windows, and the salt-streaked city streets. He hates the smog. He hates the neon glare. He heads west. When they catch him 2 days later, he says he'd planned to hitchhike up the coast. He talks of sun and rain and soil. He quotes Thoreau. We all scorn him. Don't be stupid, we say, to his dreams of furrowed earth, of bare brown skin and pumping muscles. My mother stacks applications by his door, whispers in his ear, electrician, plumber, welder. He stuffs in his earbuds. You're crazy, I tell him. It'd never work. But really, I want to say he's brave. I want to say, next time, take me too. And then my short story is called The Tool Shed. I'll just read from the beginning of that. The blood in Pat Tyler's carotid artery had been clumping for months before the stroke. With each pulse, a few more red-black blood cells snagged in the slick endothelial lining, thickening and hardening until one day they sealed right up and the oxygen stopped. His face sagged, his body slumped into his armchair, and Denise, Pat's wife, shrieked and dialed 911, their episode of Friends rattling with canned laughter in the background. In the hospital, the doctor gestured to the grayscale blotches of a CAT scan while Denise cried her mascara off into her palms. Will he be able to go back to work, she wanted to know. Denise worked part-time as a teacher's aide at the local elementary school. She played with die cuts and neon cardstock and escorted first graders to the bathroom. Her husband had just celebrated his 35th year with the power company. He paid the bills. It all depends, the doctor said. From under the baby blue hospital sheets, Pat's tongue groped for words that weren't there. He looked at his wife, but her eyes were fixed on the pattern in the linoleum. Pat and Denise had been married on a throbbing July day in 1979. At 18, Denise had been warned against marrying 29-year-old Pat, but had gone ahead and done it anyway. He was tall, solid, and sported a thick brown mustache. His big, rough hands smelled forever of motor oil. Next to the skinny high school boys with their wispy blonde lips, Pat was the image of virility. There they are in the pink-tinged Polaroid, standing next to a 4-tiered cake with sagging fondant. Denise's honey curls tumble over her organza bodice, the crown of her head roughly even with Pat's neck, where 31 years later, the blood would curdle and clot, sending them spinning. This photo frame with its foggy glass sat on the Tyler's kitchen table through years of lasagna dinners and boys' birthday parties, bearing witness to the change from lovers' red wine whispers to the brusque exchanges of busy parents to the silence of 2 people who had very little left to say to each other. And now it had all been all but pushed aside, By the massive paperwork Denise had brought home from her new job, insurance booklets, 401k information, W-2s. Her 3 sons crowded around the table, giving advice, pointing out the differences between this life insurance policy and that one, between Roth IRAs and mutual funds. Pat sat in an armchair with the TV on. If they needed anything from him, a social security number or an internet password, they'd ask him, then drop silent, while his lips scrunched in concentration and his eyes flicked upwards, as if trying to pry the answer from the folds of his crippled brain. One by one, his tongue fumbled the words, mouth struggling around the jagged edges of the P's and the R's. His wife and sons kept their eyes on the table. Denise had been hired at a cell phone company, providing over-the-phone tech support. She found the hours inconvenient and the computer systems baffling. Upon coming home in the evenings, she'd usually walk into her 14-year-old daughter, stretched on her belly on the living room carpet, texting friends and popping a wad of grape-flavored Hubba Bubba, her Converse sneakers kicked up in the air. "Bailey, did you clean the bathroom?" A purple gum bubble ballooned from Bailey's pursed lips. "Did you clean the bathroom?" The bubble kept swelling. "Bailey, answer me." Bailey made an angry noise and jabbed a finger in the direction of her bubble, indicating she couldn't talk just now. Denise huffed. "Where's your dad?" Bailey jerked her thumb towards the backyard. Dropping her handbag, Denise walked out to the tool shed where Pat had taken to hiding lately. The shed had the warm, woody smell of particle board mixed with metallic lift and auto parts cleaner. A naked light bulb hung from a wire in the ceiling, and spots of grease darkened the cement floor like the inside of a McDonald's bag. Denise never used to go in here. Pat was sitting in a plastic chair in the middle of the shed. In one hand he held a soldering iron, in the other an instruction booklet. In his lap was Denise's favorite cast iron pot. Its handle had snapped off several months ago, and up until the stroke, Denise had been pestering him to fix it. She should have felt touched. She should have felt grateful that her husband was finally taking the time to do this for her. But instead, she felt angry. She looked at his lined forehead and his puzzled eyebrows as he struggled to decipher the instructions, and she felt angry.